Well, good morning, guys. We're back at work, and co-worker called me yesterday. He told me he left a unit inside the shop that he tried to regen, and bus never actually DPF filter stayed at, like, I think he said 86 or 89%, something like that. This morning we're going to go ahead and help him out with that one. I'm going to go ahead and remove that 7th dozer injector and clean that nozzle out, and I'm going to check and see if that little case where the 7th dozer injector screws into didn't build up a like a shell or a carbon cover. I mean, it happens sometimes, so I'll go ahead and show you where the 7th dozer injector is, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the lower cover to see if it's clogged. So let me go ahead and get that, and well, let me show you. Well, guys, this is the unit in question, and this is the 2014 Maxforce DT, and this down here is the 7th injector. Well, guys, this is the engine that we're having that injector issue with. I can't really show you that well. Let me go ahead and get this air box out of the way. I mean, I can do it without taking that air box, but I want to give you a clearer picture, so let me get that air box out of the way. Yes, there we go. We got to go ahead and remove this line. It's a 14mm wrench, and then we'll remove that injector with a 12mm wrench. Once we do that, we'll check and see if this little plate has a carbon buildup in the bottom. If it does, we'll remove this plate, two 10mm, and 2 lines behind it. You know what? I'm going to show you a trick. You don't have to remove this. I'm going to go ahead and, if it does have a clog, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up without taking it off, guys. I'll see if I can show you, I'll see if I can get the camera in there and show you how they clog up and how I break it apart. So let me go ahead and remove the line and the nozzle. They're on your downpipe right behind that turbo. Let me see if I can get you a view of that clog or the carbon little cap that I'm talking about. Well, guys, it was a little noisy on that side, so I came over to this side. Hope you guys saw that cap or that carbon deposit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a small little screwdriver, and I'm going to poke. Well, you'll see. I mean, the screwdriver's not going to go in. I'm going to have to kind of force it a bit, and then it'll just break that carbon little cap, and all I got to do is clean around it and make sure that I break most of that carbon off. That way, when we actually regen, that injector will spray, and the fuel will somewhat atomize inside that downpipe, and it'll get that DPF filter to the temperature they will want it to be at. So let me show you. It's a little noisy, so I'm going to cut the volume on it, but I'm going to show you on true time how I break that little cap without removing that little injector base, or the injector nozzle base. Let me go ahead and get to it. Well guys, as you saw, when I first put the screwdriver in there, it kind of stuck out. It didn't go all the way in. The shaft of the screwdriver was out maybe ½ an inch. Once I pushed on it, it broke the carbon little cap, and all I did was kind of push it up and down, and I went around like in a circle. I could feel the threads for that little dozer injector nozzle, and I just went past it and broke into that little downpipe. So that carbon already broke off. It went into the muffler. When we run that regen, that high temperature is going to cause that carbon to break up, and it'll blow it out the tailpipe. So let me go ahead and put this sucker back together so I can go ahead and start this one and run a regen. There you got it, guys. That's all tight. So let me go ahead and get this air filter back on it and start running that regen. Guys, I have to let the engine run for a little while. The temperature on the engine's got to be over 140 to be able to do a regen on it. So that's why it's running on there. Tiene que ser el standard test primero.
Ah, ok.
Y luego haces el regen. Has to hit 500 before the downstream injection begins. So you gotta wait a little bit longer. Temperature is good at 445, and it's We checked the dozer injector, it's disabled, and really hasn't done anything. So we have to wait until the temperature rises above 500. We'll come back to this screen so you guys can see the difference. It'll start using a couple of gallons per hour, and that disable will become enabled. The pressure, the AF2 fuel pressure 1 is going to go to 100 and something, 110, 115. So you'll see a difference. So let me go back to the temperatures. Well guys, on this one, this unit is having a little bit of trouble going up on that temperature. It's staying at 455, 456, and it picked up a fault on the DPF system. So on this one guys, I think we're gonna have to replace that little metering valve. Not sure yet, but I'm gonna try it a couple of more times. If it doesn't kick in, then I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, order that metering block, and when we get it, I'll just go ahead and finish this one off. I hope it is, that way I can show you guys another part for that regen system. So let me go ahead and continue this, and hopefully, well, I hope it doesn't work, so we can go ahead and see what the metering block does. But if it does, we get it going. Well guys, this one, temperature didn't want to go up. We have a DPF system feedback control fault. I'm gonna have to run a check on this one. I mean, I think I already know that it's gonna be that little metering block that's not functioning properly. I'm gonna go ahead and well, when I come back on Tuesday, I got to take those temperature probes. I mean, they're working. I'm just gonna clean off whatever carbon deposits are on there, and I'm gonna see if I can activate that metering block manually with a laptop and see how that functions. If it doesn't work, well, we're gonna have to order us a metering block and get it installed. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I had to show you one that didn't work or that needed more work, so I'll go ahead and get back to this unit when I get that metering block, and I'll show you guys how to install it, and we'll run this test again and see if that works. So guys, appreciate you guys watching. Like and comment.